right, recording in progress. Let's give it a few seconds for the YouTube to go live. Okay, here we go. I'm live on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. Today is Sunday, January the 30th. Normally, we'd be doing a hash church. Didn't have anything really organized. Had no real plans to actually go live today. Just gonna wait a few minutes to get some folks in here. Here we go. I see a few popping in now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning. Church has not begun, Blake Lee. Funny enough, this is not church. This is something different today. We'll wait till we get about 100 people. Once we get 100 people, I'll start the video. Otherwise, I hope everyone's doing really well. Probably gear myself up to getting a bowl prepared here, which is never a bad idea. Let's see what we got. We got 42 watching. I know it's slow, and I never mentioned that we were going to do this. Do you think we'll get up to 100? Maybe I should just wait for 50. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Just cleaning my marble. Tell a couple of stories about Aaron today. It's all good. There's no bad news. You know, Aaron's doing fine. He's healthy. He's not sick. He hasn't passed away or anything. I know it seems like a serious video, but I wanted to give some props to him for sure. Yeah, exactly, Brandon. There you go. Give it a minute. Take a dab. I like your style. Just getting my marbles cleaned here before we discuss the slinger of marbles. Oh, the preacher, yes. Well, today's not hash church dirty, funny enough. I didn't throw a hash church, not invite anyone else in. This is just me kind of going off on my own, doing a little video. I actually received a box the other day, and that's what really inspired. Frozen Bubble Man, I think the hash room froze his camera. Oh, that's too bad. I'm frozen. Good. With my internet, you never know, so you'll have to bear with me. And so that it's wanting to to freeze a little bit. Hopefully we can get through it. Yeah, I'm gonna have a dab real quick. If it just freezes up, it might be problematic. Maybe I'll close the video or stop the video, and you guys can just let me know that that we're good. I'm gonna turn this way down too, get it down to 144. All right, okay. So we got 62 watching. Excellent. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate the word. So today I'm actually planning on going over to Merlin's. We're probably going to do a little cooking, getting cooked with Merlin episode. That's kind of the plan for today. But I definitely wanted, yeah, I hear you, Dale. It's not so good. It's wiggy, but you know what? We got to go for it. Maybe it'll record better. I don't know. We can only hope. Thank you, Brandon. Good to help inspiring people. Bless up, AK Drone Picks is in the house. Yes, Raising Jane Cannabis. I hope everyone is having a great day so far. I hope that I can get this video out without it completely messing with me and freezing up. We'll do our best. I'm going to have a dab real quick. That'll loosen the lips real easy. Get this thing going. And then we will talk about Marbleslinger. Tell a few stories about Sling, some of the times that we had in the past, and hopefully some of the times we'll have in the future. I'm glad you like those, Brandon. I have a blast making them. Oh, and look at that. Well, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? Oh, no. No, we got it. My temp tech died, so it's the charged one, not the battery one. There we go. Just have to plug it in. Get it on to Fahrenheit. I don't know why I'm a Canadian and I still use Fahrenheit, but I do. All right, here we go. Whoo-hoo. Man. Well, that was fire. Wake and bake, by the way. Welcome, Strawman. Welcome from the UK. I've been dunking lately. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this sort of process, but just get the marbles out and completely dunk the banger. Keeps it so clean. So clean. And then you can give it a little wipe if you want. Yes, well, then we should do an infused episode. Good call. Yes, Johnny B. What an inspiration that guy is. All right, Black Ghost Knife Pog. We're going to start it off because you just mentioned exactly what this video is about. I love Marbleslinger. Dude got all his shirts. Okay, so Marbleslinger sent me a box recently, and it really inspired me to kind of tell some stories about him because we haven't been in each other's lives the way I would like to be in his life, because he was a very good friend. I still consider him a very good friend. I had some incredible experiences with him early on, and today we're going to talk about how I met Marbleslinger. We're going to start from the origin story. So I'll tell you what I thought was the origin story, and then I'll explain to you how I actually realized I met him even earlier. So in 1998, I was at a show in Vancouver and decided on a whim that I was going to rent a car and drive over the border and go to the Portland show and go to the Gorge shows. I believe there was 2 Gorge shows. Now, I never get across the border. I've been stopped at the border since the early 90s. I don't know what it is. They see it in my eyes. They just know this guy's going to be trouble, and they don't let me in. They've done it quite a few times. When I was younger, I stopped trying to go I haven't gone actually since 1998. So the last time I went, I drove over the border with the fish crew, all the people that had just seen the show in Vancouver. There was a lineup of them crossing the border, and I'll be honest, I had been busted that year with 16.5 pounds of cannabis, and so I'd cut all my hair. It was really short. I was looking pretty straight. So I got over the border, lo and behold, in my rent-a-car in kind of super freaks. And I drove down to the Portland shows. And as I was driving, so one of the things you have to know about me is I'm very type A. I'm not much of a turnaround kind of guy. I'm very much like type A. If I pass a gas station and look and see that I have very little gas, I'll drive the car till it's out of gas before I turn around and go to the gas station. So that's a little bit about my personality. It's just how I am. I'm very driven like that. It can drive some people nuts. But on this day, as I drove by an A&W in Portland, I see this guy on the side of the road, and he's kind of got like patched pants. You know, he's your typical like fish lot sort of freak. He's got kind of scraggly hair, and he's got his patch pants that, you know, someone's girlfriend made for him for sure, and a super old t-shirt that's got holes in it and stuff. And for whatever reason, just seeing this guy for a second, as I drove, I was like, I should turn around and go get some onion rings. This was the dialogue in my brain. Now, I wasn't a fast food eater, and I'm not really an onion rings fan, and I definitely don't go to A&W, but this was the voice in my head. And I remember going, what? Like onion rings? And then hearing it again going, yeah, you know, like it'd be nice to go just get some onion rings. And while we're doing it, we could check to see if that guy from the other side of the road maybe needs a ride to the show. Because I will be honest, he looked like he was having a rough day, like something. I was vibing on it. So I, for some reason, turn around. I turn around. I don't even know why. Nothing makes me turn around. Like I said, I'd run out of gas before I would do that. Anyway, I turn around. I go park in front of the A&W, and I realize now he has walked across the street, and he is on the other street. Let me just close my text because those will never stop. So he's on the other side of the street. I'm kind of parked my car. I kind of wave him over. I'm like, hey, dude, what's up? And he's like, oh, hey. Yeah, you know, my car broke down. Like, I'm not sure how I'm going to get to the Gorge shows, you know, holy shit. And I was like, oh, I could give you a ride, dude. And I don't think I have the marble. It used to be in here for the longest time. And I really have to find where that marble is, because it is the marble that is the reason for this story? And I know I've looked in here before for it. I have all sorts of glass, crazy, beautiful things in here that you can't even imagine. But on another note, I say to him, listen, I'll give you a ride to the gorge, no problem, but you got to come into A&W with me and get some onion rings. This is how fucked my brain is. So now I'm standing in the A&W with this kid that's basically was hitchhiking, but not hitchhiking, that I vibed on. And as I'm standing in line, he gives me a marble, and it's an ohm symbol, a beautiful ohm symbol marble. And he's like, here, bro, like, I want you to have this. And I still have this marble. Unfortunately, it did break. Just the little loop that he had on it, but the marble itself is perfect. I could give it back to him and get that fixed easy enough. And I have both pieces. So he gives me this beautiful marble. And so we grabbed the onion rings and we go into my car, and then he kind of hits me up and he's like, listen, I have two other friends that were with me. And I'm kind of like, what, dude? Like, I was vibing with you. All of a sudden now we got to get your fucking Wookiee friends are going to be in my brand new rent-a-car. You know, I was being a bit of a dick in my head. Well, his friends ended up being Jason Lee, the glassblower, and his girlfriend, who was making the patch clothing that I had guessed when I had seen this kid wearing it, whose name was Aaron, who was from Ithaca, New York, who was the Marbleslinger. I don't think he picked the name yet, because I certainly wasn't Bubble Man yet. We met before we picked our names and before we became who we were. So I picked them all up and we drove to the gorge and we tripped balls and we had an amazing show, couple shows actually, really connected with this kid. Like, was like, man, you guys are like family, man. I was like, I was living in British Columbia. I was like, you guys got to come up. He was like, oh my God, we're like all in Bellingham. And there was a huge crew of these guys in Bellingham, a lot of them. I mean, there was Zach, there was Pedro Smiley, there was D-Rec, there was Eli and his brother, there was Slinger, Marcel Braun. I mean, it was just an endless, ridiculous group of glassblowers that lived down there. Ease was down there, Max. Am I still good? We're not timing out or anything? Yeah, okay, I think we're good. So, oh, my internet connection is unstable. Yeah, good day medication. I just want to make sure I'm not freezing up too bad here. You guys can let me know in the chat because I am watching that. So he goes back to his roommate, Zach, and his roommate says, whoa, that guy sounds so familiar. I feel like I met him on Fish Tour. Okay, so I have not been to a ton of shows. I've probably only been to like maybe 40 shows, or I don't know, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. I'm not sure, but not the hundreds that a lot of my friends have seen, like these guys. And so Zach's telling Slinger, no, I'm telling you, this kid, I think I know him. His name was Mark. Like, I'm pretty sure I met him. So back up to 1995, and I'm at a fish show in Missoula, Montana. It was in Missoula, Montana. It was 1995. And I meet these two glassblowers and I'm watching them. I'm living in Manitoba. I haven't even moved to BC yet. I see the cops kind of harassing them and take their glass. They're smashing their glass on the ground. And so I went and talked to them afterwards and was like, dude, what the fuck it went on there? And basically, they told me the story. They said they were fucking done with it. He was with his friend Huck, Zach and Huck. And I told them to follow me back to Manitoba, that we had a hemp thing going on. We were planting hemp and we did glass already, like sales, and we'd love to have glass blowing. And we were like right into it. And basically linked up with these two dudes. And once again, brothers from another mother. What happened was they lost us in a snowstorm. And it was kind of before everyone had cell phones. So we lost them driving across the US towards Manitoba in a snowstorm. And I never heard from him again. And so when Slinger told me, yeah, my roommate thinks he met you, I was like, no, I don't think that's possible. I haven't been to that many shows. But lo and behold, this was the guy who was now roommates with All right, I think we're back. That shit off. So anyway, we good? I know. Give it a second. I'm coming back. Trust me. Come on. Come on. Am I back? You let me know when I'm back. And until I'm back, well, I know it's glitching. The whole thing died. So you guys are gonna have to remind me where I was too. Okay, we're back. Excellent. Zoom died completely. So that wasn't a glitch. Zoom actually shut down and I had to reopen it. I don't know how we stayed lit, but we're lit. So anyway, I find out that this video in 1995 over the cloner is me talking to fucking Slinger before I meet him in 1998. And I've still got the fucking footage of our conversation. So it was weird because in 1995, I met Zach. In 1995, I met Slinger. And then there was a third kid named Smiley Steve, who I met in Amsterdam that year as well, who I would all three meet within 30 days of one another, but then not see either of them for 3 full years till 1998, where I would see all of them again within 30 days of one another. Can't even make that shit up. Like, is that trippy? It's exciting for me to tell this story because to me, it's got to be entertaining. And the fact that all these people like Slinger turned out to be this incredible blast blower dash template stencil artist, like just a really amazing artist. I'm kind of went on to be Bubble Man. I mean, Jason Lee is Jason Lee. Like, it's just so crazy that we all bumped in and met each other that way. So today I want to thank Marbleslinger for, a couple of decade long friendship. Just appreciate the fuck out of you, dude. I totally respect that you bounced from the West Coast and you went back to your East Coast roots and you fucking got in with the right crew and just embraced your artistic nature because you truly are just a wonderful fucking human being. I miss you. We all miss you. It was amazing having you live here in those times that you did. Gosh, in the garage of my old house, 2 doors down, you used to live. I lived 2 doors down from the house where you used to blow the glass in the garage. I live 2 doors down from that still to this day. So I want to shout Slinger out for all of these incredible gifts. I called him a while ago and was like, dude, I saw you doing the Morton Salt Girl with the mushrooms. I'm like, bro, those are so tight. So he hooks me up with this, the mushroom assault girl. I always call her the Morton assault girl because Slinger has the little AK-47 in there on it. So he sent me this shirt. I was so stoked. I say thank you, brother. He sent me a shit ton of beautiful stickers. Just really nice stuff, like just out of the blue. It was so nice to receive this stuff. Here's a beautiful cannabis one. Haven't even unfolded these shirts yet. A little bouquet of the Nuggets, the Perps, and another kind of really cool redneck sort of shirt, like a hunting shirt. But he turned it into this, which I just think is amazing because I'll be honest, some of my favorite people up here, the redneck hillbillies that live up north, and they're kind of the ones you go dirt biking with, and you can go fishing and you can go on crazy adventures, and they grow amazing weed, and they just really connected to outdoors. So this probably is my favorite shirt. I almost want to give it to 10 different people. What a fucking cool shirt, dude. What a fucking cool dude you are, Slinger. And then this really cool, like from our roots, right? Because we're both kind of hippies, even though we both have a little bit of a, alpha aggressive nature. We're definitely like a couple of fish head deadheads that will hang with anyone on tour, as long as you got some decent hash or you're willing to try some great hash. And then also a pair of the classics, little pair of socks, classic. About that indeed. Let me get you his. Ah, am I back? Geez, I ended up on my phone there. That one was so long. So let's see if we end up back here, and we'll see how it goes. Hey, there's Dr. Mock in the house. Marbleslinger is the glassblower guy. Yes, I'm not sure if I'm back. Oh yeah, I think I'm back. All right, you hear. And having a pipe. And I got to give it up to that guy because I pretty much don't smoke out of anything but a pipe these days, unless it's like a pure hash joint or something like that. So that's it there. Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Slinger. I'm sorry that my internet sucks so much. I wanted to thank him for the shirts, thank him for being a cool human being. Of course, one of my favorite things that I ever got to do with Slinger was the Legends of Hash, first annual Legends of Hash Vancouver. And then the next day, we did the Degenerate Art Show together at my gallery, The Melting Point, where we had a host of incredible glass blowers up. I mean, this was like 2003, maybe 2004, maybe. Yeah, because I think 2005 we did the Regenerate Art Show. It was a second show that we did, but I would love for someone to. Oh, wait a minute. Slinger apparel. I'll put it in the website. Oh, store is temporarily closed. Oh, he's sold out. Well, that's not a bad thing, is it? That's not a bad thing at all. I'm guessing that's him right there. Let's hope, because I'd hate to give the wrong website after. And then he's on Instagram at Slinger1, SLINGONER1. So I guess you can always hit him up like that as well. Yeah, there's a few kind of slingers. I'd hit him up on Instagram and make sure, find out when he's got stuff back in. Oh, nice, Brian. Yeah, we used to take his gear and Pedro's gear and go on fish tour and sell it. And that was kind of like right at the end of that was Overgrow, where I would just take a picture of his double or triple bubbler, post it on Overgrow, and then minutes later. Yeah, I saw that as well, H7 Apollo. That's why I said hit him up on Instagram. His Instagram, I'll put it in the chat here, is SLINGER1. Yeah, I'll have to get back to it. Some wake and bakes. I haven't been as inspired to do videos. I'm really busy. Pedro Smiley was is a great glass blower. I have a Pedro Smiley piece right here. It's a little, seems like it's a little bit stuck right now. There's a big plug on it, but check this bad boy out. Heady. This is very heady. This is insane. I want to see some glass blowers in the room, like with their jaws on the floor, because this is like pre-lathe, hand-done madness. So this is Pedro Smiley right here. I have another one up there. I'm not sure I have Slinger, funny enough, which is crazy, because I could definitely represent most of these old school guys. I've got Nate Dizzle here. I've got Gateson, Marcel, more Pedro. And I don't even have a lot of glass here. Most of my glass is at my, there you go, Everything Canvas. Super heady. That's Pedro. Blasting off these sick lamps. And I remember Slinger telling me, Slinger's the only reason I have those. He introduced me to all of these guys. He hooked me up hardcore, plugged me right in, and would be like, hey, oh, good. Yeah, nice. Yeah, he just basically said, we want that was the way it was, basically. My jaw's on the floor. Do you have a Pedro rig? You know what? I had Pedro rigs and I don't have any more Pedro rigs. He used to make his rigs completely out of disc flips, like giant glass disc flips. He'd do full hammers, and I bought quite a few of them and took them out east. And oh wow, D420K in the house. Well, holy shit, bong rip, mother lovers is right. Nice to see you in here, dude. It's nice to see. How many pieces would you say you have, Marcus, if you had to guess? I'm not too sure. I'm not a huge glass blower. Like I have nowhere near what Flav 421 has. I might have like, oh, maybe like 30 or 40 pieces. I think he has more like 250 or 300 maybe. I don't know. But I probably have around 30 or 40, something like that. Well, there you go. Everything Cannabis TV. That's what you should do. Bust that out. Any other slinger stories that I can think of? Well, having the Degenerate Art Show was a huge one. We did a bunch of videos on that. Hillary did interviews. They're up on Bubble Man's World if you want to go look up the Degenerate Art Show. That was really Slinger curating and putting that whole thing together with all of those people. I partnered up with him because I had the gallery. I was willing to kind of be like, yeah, let's do this. And it just seemed like it really fit well with Legends of Hash, you know, Legends of Hash, Legends that, as you might remember, the last one we did in Los Angeles, Scott Deppie and the Mothership crew showed up to represent. So I think that glass and hash always need to be to be together like that. It's super important. And so hopefully in the future, we'll always have a glass drop during the Legends. And hopefully in the future, those glass drops will be specific to Legends, i.e. blown Legends of Glass pipes blown for the event. Yeah, it's kind of fun. So doing that with Slinger back in like 2004 at the Melting Point Gallery was something else. And all those people that he had come up, Marcel drove this incredible Phoenix Rising. It was 5 feet tall. And just really, I remember Amber Pellegrini did like a DJ scratching. And then she had like a breakdancing girl with an afro. It was just unbelievable. Everyone who entered, Brian, Surf Rat, the guy that's doing the big bangers that are like coffee mugs. He did a Coke can that was all scrunched up and sitting on a little bed of grass in a box that he even made with a chain link fence section just behind. And it totally reminded you of that Coke can you hit out of in high school and then threw up against the chain link fence in the back room. So that was pretty cool to see as well. And there's footage of all the glass. If you do Degenerate Art Show, you can check it out. Yeah, it really is. And then the Legends of Hash, that was the most epic Legends ever because we did it unlike any other Legends before. I saved up hash for an entire year. And then what I did was I put out like, I don't know if it was 5 or 10 grams of each of the kinds of hash that I had saved. And there was a lot of them. Like there had to be at least, 12 or 15 of them. And I put out paper plates and with little markers and little pads. And then there were screens and pipes on every table. And we had food and it was a buffet. It was the only Legends of Hash that was a buffet. That the ticket really was to come and enjoy a buffet of hash, of high quality hash, as much as you could smoke, but not fill your pockets and leave with. So yeah, interesting. That was kind of that experience. That was at my place on Commercial Drive at 1111. Nice. No pause, Clark. That's the way to do it, man. You got to keep those memories alive when you first smoke that first hash. That beautiful flavor, peppery, caryophyllene smell. We're going to do it, Medication Station. We're talking about doing some really fun things with Legends of Hash and potentially selling some unique one-of NFT photos of my artwork that ends up within the blockchain that you get is like, maybe a private type of Legends or maybe like one-on-ones through Zoom for consulting or even just shooting the shit and puff and bowls. So all sorts of kind of fun stuff that we're thinking about to kind of expand how we can kind of get the word out and communicate and connect with different people. And I don't want to be left in the cold myself. I like to understand crypto and I like to understand the NFT world, even though a lot of it seems completely bonkers and batshit crazy. I do see where it's going. And so, yeah, keeping my hands in a variety of pies these days. Oh yeah, Joel Halen, man, of course. He's exceptional. Absolutely. Yeah, fun stuff. Listen, I just wanted to do a short video, so I'm going to let you all go here. That was a 30-minuter. I really just wanted to stay on tune with this video being about Slinger. And thank you so much for your kindness, brother. Thank you for your friendship. I hope you're well. And yeah, we will hopefully talk in the very near future. As always, everybody, may the full melt bless your bowls sooner than later. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace out.